Hello, great students of St. Mary. You are welcome to our online learning. It is a great innovative strategy by St. Mary's to keep their students busy and impart knowledge even in these hard times. I hope you are all doing well by the grace of God, and you are welcome once again. My name is Mr. Asari Michael Lawe, and I am going to take you through Owop, Our World, Our People, in your stay in Basic 3. For this course, we are going to consider in today's lesson, nature of God. Now, when we talk of nature of God, it is a very, very, very big topic. However, we are going to pick just some few things under this nature of God, and we are going to look at them. My great students, at the end of the lesson, which is our first lesson, we are going to look at the purpose of God's creation and know why we should protect God's creation. We believe that it is God that created the things that we see, and then they are noted to be the natural things. However, even the artificial things that we see, they came from the natural things that God created. So we'll look at the reason why God created the things He created. Each and every one of you, you have a reason why you are going to school. You have a reason why you are learning online like this. And for that matter, God also has a reason why He created the world and the things in it. Then secondly, we are going to look at the reason why we should protect the things. If there is a reason why God created these things, then we should also protect them. And we are going to look at why we should protect these things. Let's look at the creation of God. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. He also created things like light, sky, moon, water, sun, animals, and many other things. In your RME, you are going to learn the specific days on which God created these things. For example, He created the heavens and the earth on the first day. He created the sky and the water bodies on the second day. God used 6 days to create the world according to the Christians in the world. He used 6 days to create the things that we see. And on the 7th day, God rested. Probably somebody might say He was tired. Alright, He might say He was tired, but He rested on the 7th day. Now let's look at the things that God created. He created human beings, and human beings are the last things that God created. He created human being on the 6th day. He created the first man called Adam and the first woman called Eve. God created Adam from the dust of the earth, and then He caused him to sleep. Then He used one of his ribs to create the woman called Eve. God, after creating them, they also gave birth to children. So Adam and Eve gave birth to Cain, and they gave birth to Abel. Abel was killed by his brother Cain. Cain got married, and then he also gave birth. His children also gave birth. His children's children also gave birth. His children's children's children also gave birth. And this is why we have a lot of people on the earth today. Why do you think God created human being? Of all the creations of God, It was only human being that God created in his own image and his likeness. In his own image and his likeness means that God created man in his own character, and he gave man power to do the things that he, God, can do. This is a special way God created human being, and it shows that God had a unique purpose, or God had a unique reason for creating mankind. For example, when your daddy or your mommy goes to buy phone, there is a reason why they bought that phone. When they buy a chair, there is a reason why they bought a chair. When they pay for you to learn, there is a reason why they paid for you to learn. This is the same way God that created you for a reason. Let's now consider some of the reasons that God considered before creating human being. The first reason that God considered before creating human being is to worship and serve him. The first reason why God created human being is to worship and serve him. To worship and serve God means to obey God's commandments and do God's will. To worship and serve God means you have to obey the commandments. There are 10 commandments in the Bible. And do his will. His will means he has called you to come and do something specific on earth. This is the meaning of worshiping and serving God, to do his commandment. The 3 religions in Ghana, which are the Islamic religion, the Christian religion, and the traditional religion, all believe that humankind was created to serve and worship God. My question to you is that, are you serving and are you worshiping God? It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter where you are. If you obey your parents, you are obeying God's commandments. Let's look at the second reason why God created human beings. The second reason why God created human beings is that he wanted them to multiply and be fruitful. God created only one person. God created only one person. So God is not going to create Adam from the dust. The following day, he created Sharon from the dust. The third day, he created Asida from the dust. Third day, he created Bruce from the dust. No. So he created God. He created man, who is Adam. And then Adam, when God wanted to create another human being, he made Adam to sleep, and he took the rib from his side and he used it to create Eve. Adam and Eve now gave birth to children who grew up and also gave birth to children. This is why God created man. He created man so that we can fill the earth. He created man so that we can be fruitful. To be fruitful means is to do a lot of things. To do a lot of things. To do well. To be fruitful means to do well. So God created us to multiply and to do well over here. He didn't create us to come and suffer here. He didn't create us to come and beg here. He didn't create us to come and steal. He created us in order to be fruitful. And amazingly, he gave us things that we need to be fruitful, like the plants, like the animals, like wisdom, and a lot of them in order for us to be fruitful. Another reason why God created human beings is to have control and rule over God's creation according to what God created man for. He created man and he gave man the power over all the things that he created. So we have power over them. So we can use them to do everything we want to use them, such as food, shelter, clothes, and others. Imagine you want food and there is an orange tree in the house and God has not given you power over that orange tree. When you get there to pluck the orange, what are you coming to do here? What are you coming to do here? The orange tree will not allow you to pluck but he has given us power. So the tree cannot say anything. You can pluck the tree, the fruit on the tree, and then you will eat. So God gave us power over them so we can use them to be fruitful on earth. Another reason why God created human being is that he created us to take care of the things he created. Because God cannot leave heaven to come and take care of the things he created. He cannot leave heaven to come and be weeding. He cannot leave heaven to come and be sweeping. So he created human beings so that human beings can take care of the things that what he created. This is one of the reasons why we should not do things to harm the environment. We should not do things like bush burning. You set fire in the bush in order to catch animals. You set fire in order to destroy things. You should not cut down trees, which is called deforestation. You should not defecate around. You should not throw rubbish into water bodies, illegal mining, and many others. We have to take care of the things God created. We have to take care of the things God created. And very soon, we will know why we should take care of the things that God created. Very good, there we are. The reason why we should protect God's creation. The reason why we should protect the things that God created. Even though we have power over all creation and we can do what we like with them, we also have to take care of them because of the following reasons. 1. To preserve creation for generation. To preserve creation for generation. When we talk about preserve simply means to take care. Preserve simply means to keep. Preserve simply means to keep. God's creation belongs to everybody. There is no one particular person that can say trees are for me. There is no one particular person that can say the land is for me. Even though people own lands, but the real owner of land belongs to God. So God's creation belongs to everybody, including those who have not been born yet. So our younger siblings, creation belongs to them. Those that our parents are yet to give birth to, creation belongs to them. Those that we ourselves will grow, get married, and give birth to, creation belongs to them. God created the things he created for our grandfathers, our great-great-grandfathers, for our fathers, for ourselves, and then those who are yet to be born. This means that if we do not take care of the things that God created, the future generation will not benefit from them. The future generation will not benefit from them. For instance, you were in class 2, the chairs over there were bought for the school. So people who left class 2 before you came, they took care of the chairs and tables very well. And then you also came to sit on them. Now that you have also moved to the next level, you have also left the chairs there to another class where other people also kept them well. Imagine that those who left class 2 or those who left class 3 didn't take care of the chairs over there and the things in that classroom. Will you go and see them? No. This is the same way we have to what? Preserve. We have to keep the things that God created for those who will be coming after us. Something like the land, we need not to destroy the land so that those who will be coming after us will also get land to build. Something like the trees, we need not to cut all the trees so that those who will be coming after us will get trees to also make a lot of chairs and tables and build houses. This is why we should keep the things that what God created. We should preserve them for the future generation. Another reason why we should protect God's creation is that it is a command from God. It is a command from God. And we have already mentioned that God created us to take care of his creation. So we have to protect them because God has commanded us to do so. We said one of the reasons why God created man or mankind is to worship and serve him. And to worship and serve him means that we should what? Obey his commandment. And to obey his commandment is that we have to take care of the things that what he created. One other reason why we should protect God's creation is because we depend on other creations. Human beings get everything they need, like food, water, clothes, and shelter from the things God created. So we have to protect them in order for us to get clothes to wear, to get chairs to sit on them. If we don't do that, we may even die, because the plants will not produce food for us, the animals will not give us food, we will not get clothes to wear, we will not get food to eat, and then we will eventually die. We depend on plants to grow, we depend on animals to grow. Plants have a lot of uses. We can use plants for furniture, we can use plants for food, we can use plants for medicine. We can use plants for so many things. We can also use animals for food. We can use animals to travel. We can use animals to work. We can use animals for so many things. So we depend on these animals in order for us to grow. So if we don't protect them, because they are God's creation, if we don't protect them, we will not get the food, the shelter, the water, and the clothing, and we may eventually die if we don't get these things. This is where we are going to end the lesson today. We talked about God's creation. We talked about why God created human beings. We said that God created human beings in order to take care of the things he created. We said God created human beings to take care of the things that he created. We said God created us to have authority, dominion, to rule over the things that what he created. We also talk about the fact that the things that God created, there is a reason why we should protect them. We said that the reason why we should protect the things God created is to preserve them for future generation, to leave the things. We should use them wisely so that the people who will be coming after us can also use. We also talked about it is a command. God has commanded us to protect his creation. That's why we have to protect them. And then finally we said that we depend on creation. For that matter, we should also protect them. Thank you, and I hope you have enjoyed the lesson. If you have any question, our next lesson, you will be given the opportunity to ask questions. So you write your questions down. When the interactive session comes, you will ask your questions. Thank you for being part of today's lesson, and I hope you have enjoyed the lesson. Sit down, read your notes, and read your notes again and again. Do the assignments, and then you do the quiz. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you in our next lesson. Bye.